Banji, have you gone live?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the marketplace with Uche Onochi. I hope your day has been good. I hope you've had an excellent day so far. Those of you on Zoom, is downstairs. Those of you on Zoom, can you hear me? Can someone just send something to the chat? Let me know that you guys can hear me. All right. The marketplace. I hope your day's been good. You've had an excellent day so far. Those of you on Zoom, can you hear me? Can someone just send something to the chat? Let me know that you guys can hear me. All right. Am I on? Okay, check your devices. This one is not. Okay. Daniel. All right, this evening we're talking about what successful people do that others don't. What successful people do that others don't. Because in life you might look at it and say, why are some people making it in life? Some people are born lucky. You know, you get to hear quite a lot of things that people say about being born lucky, about this, about that, you know. But it's not really the case. If wealth is transferred from a father to a son, it also means that that son knows how to sustain that wealth. It means he was taught something that will make him be able to sustain that wealth. Because if not, there's no way he can continue to create it. So if there's been success and wealth in the family, they know something, you know, they know something that others don't know. They they've been handed down some tools and some things that others don't have, you know, that others don't have. So in that case, let us see that success, yes, you can become successful, you can become wealthy, but you can also lose it. You can also lose it if you don't know how to keep it. And a lot of people are stuck because they do not understand that wealth is a habit. I keep saying wealth is a mindset, success is a mindset. There are habits that we need to imbibe and cultivate, you know, to be successful. It's not paying lip service to it. It's not by saying I will be successful. It goes beyond just declaring and confessing it every morning that I will be successful. Confession and declarations are excellent. They are good. They have their place, and they are also very powerful. But at the same time, there are some certain habits, there are some certain traits that you need to have, and those are the traits that can help you become successful. So tonight, we want to look at some of those some of those habits tonight. Okay, if you're on Instagram, on your Zoom, or even if you're on YouTube, perhaps it will do you good to transfer to Instagram, to use Zoom if you want. But if it's okay by you, you can just stay in whichever handle that you want. Okay, so welcome once again. Let's go into these habits. Like I said, you might do some certain things right to become wealthy, but I tell you, it's habits that sustain you there. It's habits that keep you there. It's character that keeps you there. It is knowledge, character that keeps you there. It's not in just making the money. You can make the money and lose it next year. Why have you noticed that people that win lottery within 1 year, 2 years, they are broke? How can somebody win 10 million naira and in 2 years, $10 million, and in 2 years they are broke? What is wrong with him? We're in Africa. There is no voodoo from your village that is worrying you. There is no stepmother that is worrying you. It's just negligence, lack of financial discipline and intelligence that makes people discipline. Discipline is a big issue in the life of many people. And for you to be successful, you need to be able to discipline yourself to an extent. In a way, you need to discipline yourself and imbibe some good habits that we will be considering tonight. So becoming wealthy and leaving an impact in the world, it's not an easy task at all. Everybody wants to be successful, but nobody wants to do the work. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. Everybody wants to be wealthy, but they're not willing to do those things that make them and keep them wealthy. Okay. If it were, I know it's not easy. If you were, everybody will go around and be successful. But I think that God, in His own infinite wisdom, decided to put these principles in place so that at least you can try to be able, you can try and stretch yourself to be able to get it. Because really, you cannot get anything you are not expectant. How can I remember at the time that used to these fraudsters used to send emails to people that you won a lottery, $100,000, lottery of £50,000, and I keep asking, why am I winning something I didn't apply for? I didn't play, I didn't apply for anything. So how come I'm getting it? It doesn't make sense. So in life, you don't get what you deserve. In life, you get what you don't get what you deserve, because nobody gives you anything. You get what you strive for. Nobody gives you anything. Nobody gives you anything. So if you want to begin to say, life is like this one, that one, life is showing me a bad card and all those things, it happens to everybody. Some of the people successful today, they went through hell. They went through a lot of things, but they came out. So life doesn't give you what you deserve. Life gives you what you ask for, and not just ask for once, consistently ask for. That's what life gives to you. Okay, so at that point, it will not be much of an accomplishment at all. So rather, being extremely successful requires extreme amount of work, especially when no one is looking, because success is what you do in the closet. It's not what you do in the open, because we can talk the talk in the open, but we're not able to walk the walk. We can talk the talk in the closet, but we're not able to walk the walk in the open. Yeah, we can say all manner of things, but are we ready to do the work that will require us to be successful? Okay, all right. Highly successful people have developed habits that help them reach their goals. I've said that they have routines. These routines are not necessarily challenging to form. You know, the thing about this routine, I'm not going to tell you what you have not heard before or what you don't even know before. The only thing I'm going to tell you about is consistency. You need to be consistent. You need to be consistent over time, over an extended period of time before these routines begin to work for you. So these routines are not going to work because you try it once. They're going to work because you are repeatedly doing it until it becomes second nature, until it becomes part of you. So creating these tendencies in you, in your own life, will propel you seriously to success. So let's consider some of these habits that many do not do, but they ought to be doing. So let's now consider some of these habits. One is to take advantage. The first one is take advantage of introductions. Take advantage of introductions. When people introduce you to another person, there tends to be a very good reason for it. What do you do when someone introduces you to someone? See, it is people that make you successful. It's people that make you successful. A man will make a way for you. A man will make a room for you. A man will pull you up. Yeah, I know that God blesses people, but God blesses people through men. Not necessarily men that you run after, but God will use a man to be able to help you. And sometimes those things come in the form of they come in form of introduction. They come in form of introduction. You know, someone is introducing you. What do you do with it? Highly successful people take advantage of introductions because they know that it could lead to great opportunities. So you get introduced to someone because you never know what that can bring to you. You never know who they are introducing you to, what can come out of it. It's easy to ignore. It's easy to ignore an introduction or to even follow up. I have a story of a guy that he wanted to meet this young boy that is making waves in the oil. He wanted to meet the guy. So someone told him he was going to be in a party, and and so he went with his friend, and the friend said, "I will introduce you to it." But it was like a cocktail. People were just going up and down and just talking. And his friend actually did introduce him to the person. It's just that he didn't tell him this is the person. But maybe because the guy was just wearing jeans and t-shirts, he felt that maybe this is not the guy. He didn't bother to take his details. He didn't bother to find out who he was. There's a reason. Like I said, I think it's divinely orchestrated that when somebody comes into your life, you need to know what that person is coming into your life for. If I get to meet you, I know there's a purpose. The reason why you come into my life or have come into your life, there is a purpose, there is a reason. And I think you should be curious enough to want to know, why is this person in my life? Why is this person here? I think you should want to know that. So after they left the meeting and he was like, oh, that guy didn't come again. I didn't see him. Why I don't think he came. He said, but I introduced you. Say, who was the guy? The guy wearing white t-shirt and jeans. That's the guy you wanted to meet. He almost passed out in the car. He said, and I didn't take him serious. Because you don't know who whoever they introduce you to. Try as much as possible to see that you get to know them. You get to know what they do, so that in future you see them somewhere else and you can strike up a conversation. So he missed that opportunity because he ignored it. You know, I've also had a lot of cases of missed opportunities when people refuse to follow up. You know, successful people know the power of introduction. So when somebody gets introduced to you, people like tend to, okay, they miss that chance to create meaningful relationships with like-minded people. They miss that chance. Some people say, I don't know if I try to get to know this person now, it looks as if maybe, yeah, it looks as if someone is asking for the volume. Is he okay now? Okay, someone is asking for the volume. All right. All right. So I was talking about missed chances. A lot of people miss their chances because they don't know how to follow through. And talking to a lady, say, I don't think it's in me. I don't know how to follow up people. I say, if you don't know how to follow up people, you can't meet successful people. And if you don't meet successful people, you might not have that break in life. You might not have that break in life. Okay, you might not have that. You might not have that break in life. So, is don't ignore opportunities. In fact, strive to get introduced, to be introduced to people. Make it a constant habit that you have to get people to introduce you to people. The more people you know, the better. So and it's also, even if they're not going to like give you opportunities or maybe lead you to one contract or the other, but the important thing is that you can meet like-minded people. Have you had a talk with someone and you talk to the person and you are just talking to him for the first time and you and the person talk for 1 hour and it looks as if you've known the person all your life? So those type of like-minded people, you know, can, the deep collect onto the deep. The deep drags the deep. Deep-minded people is, and if you're also a deep thinker and you get to meet those people, you people will just hit it off immediately. And that is where connection, that's where ideas come, that's where thoughts come that you can use to become successful. So do not ignore introductions. All right. And another one is to consider little things in your relationship. Successful people are admired around the globe. Why? They're admired usually because of the high quality of their work and their personal interaction. People, I keep saying, most of the places that I go and I teach, people will lead you to success. Money is in people. The money you want to make is in people. So even if you have a good product, even if you have a good service, and you have a poor people skill, you will not be able to make any headway. I'm sorry, because people, you have to pass that gate first of interaction, of being likable by people, before you can be likable by people, before you can even proceed to get anything out of them. So high quality interactive personal interaction is very key. You see, you have to endear yourself to the heart of people. Little things matter in the corporate world. Things like remembering someone's name. You can imagine when someone, you can imagine when a very important person, you just met him once, and when he sees you again, he will just call your name. Hey, Uche, how are you doing? No matter who you are, you're already endeared to that person. Little things, little things that people say. Follow up when you say you are going to do so. If you say, sir, I'm going to send you an email, I'm going to send you an email on this thing that you're asking me, send an email. If you're going to send you a text, send the text. Send the text. They take little steps. It takes little steps to create stronger relationship. Compliment people. People like to be complimented. People like gifts. People say about rich people, what can I give to this rich man? It has an error. You don't give him anything, he doesn't remember you. People remember the people that give them gifts. It's not about the gift. It's not about the price of the gift. It's just about the thought. And people remember you gave me this, even if they're going to give it out immediately, but they remember you did something. And the gift of a man makes room for him. So it's better you give gifts, nurture relationships, relationships by being generous. Generosity is what endears you to successful people, to rich people, people at the top. You see that at the top, people are just generous because they know you use money to get money, you use money to sustain that level of relationship. You know, little things like sending text after a meeting, thank you for that time we had together. It always works wonders. If I'm meeting someone for the first time, or I'm meeting with a very important friend who thinks I'm his friend and doesn't know that I count myself privileged to be his friend. After meetings, it was such a nice discussion. You put those small things. You know, there's a friend of mine that just had a big appointment. I congratulated him. He sent me the works that he's doing. See, I've never read any because it's voluminous. I'll just say, oh, great work. More grace to you. Well done. You make us proud. The man keeps sending to me and I keep complimenting him. Why am I doing, little things? This man is highly successful. He doesn't need me to give him those compliments. But it matters. He sees me as his friend. He sees me as part of his team. So I heard that he's going to man a position. So I now called him. I said, when you are there, remember me. He said, no, it's done. You say, I know that I use it. He said, no, it's not only that it's done. We're going to be in partnership together to run that thing. It's because I just said him, I'd never read those things once. May God not let him ask me those things because I wouldn't know what to say. But the thing is that I am telling him things that he needs to hear, and that is friendship. Friends need to encourage each other. They need to tell each other things. Little things matter. Little things are in that aspect. Little things cost more than very expensive things. Because those little things cost will get you remembered, get you honored. All right. Another thing is consistent reading. The brightest people are always learning. There is endless knowledge and information out there. So in order to continue to improve and learn more, reading is a necessity. You cannot be bored or tired of reading and learning every day. Make it a duty. The first 2 hours when you come to your office, you are learning something. Google something in your trade, in your business, in your whatever you are offering. Learn about the current things that is happening in your field. Be knowledgeable about something in your field. And it is in reading that will give you it's in reading that will help you improve on a day-to-day basis. Most people make excuses as to why they do not read very much. But readers are leaders. Readers are leaders. So if you can't read, you can't lead. For you to successful, I've not seen any successful person that does not read 1 or 2 books a week. I've not seen any leader at least in the Western world. I don't know about Nigeria and Africa. They read 1 or 2 books every week. It takes something to be there. You need to continually feed your soul and your spirit with information that you can use when the time comes. Successful people do not make excuses and instead they prioritize personal learning. Like for me, 15 years ago, I made it a duty to read one book every day, every week. Read one book every week. And I read one book every week because I'm not too fast. But there are people that do speed reading. I've tried to learn speed reading. I've tried to do it. Doesn't really work for me. But I stay in one where I am. I need to be able to read every week. And that is why I'm able to do what I'm doing, because you have to constantly read, learn, add something. Once you stop reading, you stop growing. Okay. Another thing is to stay healthy. Successful people stay healthy. When you're healthy, you are more effective and more energetic. Health has to be your top priority. Otherwise, you go through life with less vigor, less strength on a daily basis. What is the use of becoming successful? What is the use of becoming wealthy when you become sick? What is the use of reducing the years you'll be on top? All of us want to be successful, but do you know the impact that success has on our body? I have seen motivational speakers that they can speak in 2 continents. They can speak in 3 continents within 24 hours. They fly from here to here, they will talk for 2 hours, enter plane, fly from here to here. You can talk 8 hours stretch. You can talk 10 hours. When we started business school, I used to stand and talk for 8 hours stretch. 8 hours, because I didn't have co-facilitators. You have to be healthy to do that. A lot of people want to be wealthy, but they neglect their health. And when they neglect their health, and you don't have that stamina to keep on going on and to go on at that level if you're not healthy. And some begin to develop high blood pressure, develop all manner of things. They don't take care of themselves. See, before those things creep up, let me tell you, once you are over 40, 45, when you use a vehicle, just imagine using a vehicle for 10 years. What do you think? You will visit mechanic more than, if you don't service the cars at when due. Look at a car that you service as at when due. It will last longer, look better than a car that you don't service. Look at the public transport. Look at how they maintain vehicles. Of course, it wouldn't last. The drivers use it anywhere, anyhow they like, because it wouldn't last. But if you want this body, this vehicle, to take you all over the world, you have to take care of it. How? Eat well, and exercise. Once you've crossed 40, you need to begin to eat well. Go down on red meat, exercise. And when I say exercise, I don't necessarily mean going to gym and jumping and doing all those. Walk. I walk 10,000 steps every day to keep my heart pumping well. And you will say, I walk. Sometimes I will go for a vigil. I will walk, and I'll come to work. And I will even be thinking that I'll go for a walk. I will not come to work. I'll be thinking that, oh, maybe I'll get tired somewhere. And I find myself, I am like that till 6 o'clock when I go back home. See, once you service your car, eat well. Stay away from those things they tell you. Like now, I think it was 2014, either 2014 or 2013, I've not taken soda, I've not taken any soft drink for the past 6-7 years. Can't be too sure. So I've been drinking only water. Do you think I like it? Occasionally, maybe they will toast and I drink small wine, but just see, my body is used to not taking any sweet thing. I don't take any sweet thing because it slows me down, and makes me add weight. The first week I stopped taking Coke, I was addicted to Coke, and eyes that week alone, without exercise, without nothing, I dropped 5 kg. So you can imagine what that does to the body. And some of the meal, the junk we eat, fast food and all those things, they affect you, they clog your system. You know, exercise and eat well. Take care of your body and take care of your body in order for you to help you to continue to be successful. Focus on your health every day. Take that 10,000 steps or more if you can. Exercise if you can. Go to gym if you can. If you can't pay for a gym, you can exercise. At least you can walk 10,000 steps a day. Keep yourself healthy. Eat well. Stay away from those things. You don't even need to get to be 40 for you to begin to do that. You can begin to do that at 20, 25, 35 to be strong, because that all that sugar in your system is not good. If you take a lot of it, by the time you get older, it begins to affect you in different ways. Because when you get older, to burn fat becomes an issue. And that's why men begin to have pot bellies, because the fat has to go somewhere and gather. But the more you are active, the more you have reduced, cut down on your meals, you won't die. The more, don't eat as if there is no tomorrow. Eat and eat. If see, sometimes I will eat and I'm hungry, I drink tea. You know why? Hot water has a way of deceiving the tummy that is full, and you go and sleep. Another day is there. Make sure that you eat well, guys, ladies, gentlemen. Please, health is important. Without this body, you cannot operate. What is the use of being successful in a wheelchair? What's the use of being wealthy and you are in a wheelchair? Doesn't make sense. Please be active and eat right. All right. Another thing successful people do is that they embrace ambiguity. They embrace ambiguity. Ambiguity is different. Ambiguity is like seeing things from 2 or 3 different options and points. Ambiguity is like having different options, different way of seeing things, and you don't know which one. You know, it's tough when the path is not spelled out. When you are in business, you get to a point that you don't understand which way to go. It means that you have to make more challenging decisions, you know, because you don't know which way to take. You are afraid. And when people don't know what to do, they usually freeze. But this is where successful people stand out. Highly successful people love ambiguity. They love those things that threaten common people. That's what makes them rich. They venture into those things that people run away from. And because companies and people that need those solutions, they know that not many people can do it and do it well. So anybody that can do it, they reward them well. So highly successful. In fact, they convert ambiguity. Why? Because it gives them an opportunity to be creative and stand out from those around them. It gives them an opportunity to be creative. They do not mind making hard decisions because they know that doing so will lead to higher impact and it is more rewarding. And this rewarding is financial reward. It's more rewarding. So, guys, ambiguity, that place that threatens you is actually your place of increase. Is actually that place that is the place of your prosperity. That is the place that you make a mark and stand out. And people will celebrate you because in the midst, the things that scare people is what is even making you to move on. You know, these are some of the traits of highly successful people. Okay, another trait is constantly adapting, just like constantly learning. Highly successful people constantly adapt. They have this natural affinity to adapt to anything. Wherever they find themselves, they are looking for solutions. They are proactive. Okay, you cry a bit. Things go wrong. You cry. Corona came. it stopped the earnings. We cry a bit. But now, in the midst of this, we are finished crying. In the midst of Corona, what do? Do you know that 2020 is the most, some people are praying for 2020 not to finish. Some people are praying for even for the virus to come back, because this is their best year ever. So to be able to adapt is very good. If you cannot look back in 6 months and see a drastic difference, see a drastically different person, then you're not growing fast enough. There must be something different in your life. There must be something that you have added significantly. If I meet you in 6 months, if I meet you now and in 6 months I see you, I should be able to see something different. If not, you're not growing fast enough. There must be a difference. That you must be bringing out a new version of you every time. And the only way you can do a new version of yourself is to read consistently, then quickly adapt to whatever is happening. You must adapt very fast. The most successful self-employed people are constantly learning and adapting. They let their barriers down and are also willing to change things about themselves in order to be better, happier, and more productive. What do I need to change? What is slowing me down? What do I need to bring down? What do I need to change so that I can be more productive? This is how, what do I need to adapt? What do I need to bring in? What do I need to take out? Because it's extremely challenging for many people, because it means letting your guard down and being vulnerable. You know, when you tell people, oh, I think it's about to change, we need to change some certain things, what they see is like you are telling them they failed in some area. You know, when ego begins to enter into what you do, how you adapt, it becomes an issue. We see ourselves in a certain light and we make our decisions accordingly. So changing might mean to somebody means accepting past choices might not have been the best, or you have made a mistake or error. Successful people own up. They own up to their error and they move ahead. Your past actions might be tied to your ego, but let it go. It can be easily, especially difficult to move past something that you need to look vulnerable to somebody. Maybe you are talking to a consultant and he tells you, well, why didn't you do this? Didn't you say it? I'm surprised you didn't say it. You know, sometimes we don't want to hear that. So because we don't want to hear that, what it means is that we might not want to touch that area because it makes us vulnerable and we are not adapting. And that might be the area you need to adapt to change for you to be able to scale. Okay. Another habit is set goals. Oh, they teach about set goals. They do a lot about. I think goal setting is underrated. Most people do not take the time because they do not think it's a worthwhile endeavor. Set goals. We know what to do now. See, if you don't set goals, you never strive to achieve it. You know, somebody asked me, why is it that in the banks they give them target? They'll give you target of 500 million and above. Without that target, your creative juice will not start running on. When you are under pressure of being sacked, you will find a way. Others have. Target helps you. It helps you. The value of target is that it helps you align your actions. It helps you to align your actions to actions that become productive, to actions that will help you. Setting goals also gets you thinking about what you are really trying to accomplish and why. So you are setting goals. Setting goals is reality. It's like now let's do a reality check and see exactly what we want to accomplish and why. Then we now set goals. How long will it take us? If you don't set goals, you can you can take you 2 years to do what you could have done in 2 months. Goals will make you focus and put your energy, all of it, in achieving one particular thing per time. And before you know it, within that 2 years, maybe you have achieved 10, than to not have goals and you are tackling them as they come. You won't move that fast. Those that are able to set goals tend to be much more productive and focus in their effort. When you set goals, your focus now, you put your effort in a particular thing that will help you. So now you are not seeing too many things. Guys, come, let us focus on this, this productivity, our product margin. Why are we not selling? Why are we not getting business? Why are we not our clients? Let's focus on this one. Let's set goal. By the next 6 months, we want to increase our revenue from 5 million to 50 million. Let's set goal and make it happen. So when you set goal for a particular thing and hit it, all your attention, all your energy will be in that particular thing. Goals is very important. It allows for a higher level of output, greater success, and more impact. All your mind will be there. And once you focus, you are turning on your creative ability, your innovative ability. Once you can focus, think hard about a particular thing, and you realize that thoughts will begin to come, solutions will begin to come your way. Okay. Another point is surround yourself with great people. See, we are the average of 5 people, the 5 people we surround ourselves with the most. Let me say it again. We are the average of the 5 people we surround ourselves with the most. So it means that you are practically the sum total of the 5 people you surround yourself with the most. Birds of a feather, they flock together. Tell me who are your friends, and I tell you who you are. So who you surround yourself, don't be surprised that who you surround yourself is who you are. You cannot surround yourself with people that going no place, no set target. Their target is just eat for the day. Let's just, this Christmas is coming. What do? Let's just hit some runs. You know, when people say hustle and when people say run, God bless your hustle, bless your runs. It's like, how can God bless something that is an ordered God? How can He bless something that you just wake up in the morning and say, okay, let's go and hustle? I don't get it. You are pursuing a target. You have set target. You are pursuing something. So which one is let's go and hustle? Surround yourself with people that provoke you. Because surround the people that make you look small. Because now they provoke you to want to do more. Because you said, that's my mate. That's my age mate. Or someone younger than me is doing this. They provoke you. Who you surround yourself with is very important. And like I said, you are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with most. It is critical to be around great people. Have you wondered that many successful people tend to have friends, successful friends, before they rise to fame? Watch any man that becomes successful. Before he became successful, he started hanging around with successful people. Check his story. One man entered his life. One woman entered his life. He went to a bar, or he went for one function. He met some people. He joined an association. Something happened to him along the way. And what is that something? Something happened to him along the way. He met people. He met people, and that's how he became successful. They have made effort from the onset to be around successful people. Have made effort from the onset to be around people who can motivate them, propel their business. See, please don't stay anywhere that they don't celebrate you. Don't go anywhere they will disdain your gift or your disdain who you are, because it will kill your morale. It will kill your confidence. You might not know it. It creeps up on you. Go tell your vision, tell your work to people that encourage you. Those are the people you need to hang around with. That people you come with your own idea. Those people, by the time they tell you their own idea, you realize that your own was very small. Stay with people that motivate you and encourage you. It's very important, because you become birds of a feather flock together. You become that thing. You become that thing that you see on a daily basis. So stay with them. Okay. Another point is, okay, I was talking about, still on that same point. It might be challenging to abandon or step back from destructive friends. They might have been close for you for a very long time. Your primary school friends, your secondary school friends, some have got to go. I know that you don't make friends when you get up there. I know it's only a fool that becomes successful and want to begin to make serious friends at that level. Everything there is just washed, like I say. They are just friends too, because they feel that you are in the same category with them. When you drop, you won't see them again. You know, so I know that it's the friends that you made, usually secondary school, but not all of them. Don't say because it's my secondary school friend, I have to stick with them. Some friends are destructive. You don't know it, but when you tell them, see, I want to start this conversation. I better leave that thing. This Joe started it didn't work. Leave that thing, go and look for another business. But that is your calling. That is what you want to do. And because these people have been with you all your life and they have statistics. You know, some people, they are good in talking. They will sit down and analyze and give you 20 reasons why that thing will not work and be successful. So such people, what do you do? At that time, what do you do? You know, those are destructive friends. You have to find a way. The most accomplished people have been able to move away from destructive people, because they know that there are many amazing people out there for them to spend time with that will encourage them to scale. Okay. Another one is persistence. I also feel that persistence is underrated. It is easy to work out one time, or it's easy to go to the gym, work out one time, or today, or spend the whole of the day and say I'm replying emails, or you can decide, okay, let me work 80 hours this week, maybe about 16 hours, or depending when you work a day. It's easy for you to do it and say, oh yes, I've tried. I've answered all my emails. I've done this. People are telling you need to strive. Pushing yourself consistently, though, is an extreme challenge. Successful people have learned how to push themselves, come what may. And this is where 95% of people drop out. It's not in doing it in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, even 1 year. It is doing it consistently, imbibing these habits and doing it consistently for the rest of your life. That is what sustains you at the top. I've not seen a successful person that is still sleeping by 5 o'clock. Most of them wake up 4:30. They finish their day. Their line, their thoughts have already finished. Look at the mails. Look at the SMS that some people, if you have a boss that is in that category, look at when he sends you text. It's from 4:35, 6. He has finished. So you say, this man guy comes to work by 12. And he goes by 2. He has finished work. He has finished work from 4 o'clock when you're still snoring. Successful people, sometimes they sleep 20 hours a day. And they're still striving. And they are older than you. That's why your health, you need to keep your health up. Because this body will be put to the test when you become successful. You have to travel. Most successful people, they live in the air. With all that pressure, they moving and all that, they live in the air. Persistent people make it. This is where 99% drop off. It is when nobody is looking that effort matters the most. Highly successful people work hard and smart consistently. They have increasing return on scale, and their efforts compound over time. So what it means is that persistence pays off over time. Successful athletes, for instance, they do not suddenly emerge and become they win at the Olympics. They just don't get up one day and become a heavyweight boxer, the heavyweight boxing champion. You don't do that. They have been working for many years and years on their craft, to reach their current point. They have been consistent. They have set that goal and that target, and they've been consistent to make sure that it comes to pass. It is easy to believe successful people reach that level through luck or raw talent. Say he knows somebody now, he knows somebody in government. Leave that thing. If you yourself, your brother is a governor, somebody in government house, will your life be like this? But there are many people, they have relatives in government house and their life is still like that because they don't know what to do. They just take handouts. Every year, Christmas is coming, you go and line up, he gives you 1 million, say, yes, my brother is in government. When you are not supposed to take handouts more than once. You use it to go and set up something, even if it's 100,000 you make, and you use that and you go and relax. Okay, it's not luck, it's persistence. It's not luck, it's not luck. It also takes more than talent. It takes more than talent. You have to keep knocking until that opens. That is almost never the case though. Persistence over time is an absolute must. Okay. Another trait is pursue your passion. Highly successful people do not spend their lives living other people's dreams. They pursue their own passion. They learn from other people, but after a while, they need to pursue their own passion. That gives them the energy to attack each day with all that they have. It also allows them to think more independently. After getting over the fact that you cannot please everyone and that you have to think of yourself, life becomes a lot better. Spending time doing what you love and doing it consistently will help you to scale. Lastly, one of the most important traits is accountability. Many people blame others for their shortcomings, if not because of this, if not because of coronavirus, if not because of this, my staff that left, if not because of this, if not because of my brother that didn't give me the loan. There is always an issue. Doing so might have immediate benefits. People might pity you, but nobody pities you for long. But it is detrimental in the long run for one to not to be accountable. Neglecting accountability prevents personal growth. If you neglect accountability, accountability prevents it prevents personal growth. All right, and over time, it develops a bad reputation for you. The other one too. It develops a bad reputation for you. Accountability is key. Okay, all right. So in summary, what I've said is that highly successful people take full responsibility for their actions. It's not luck. It's not luck. They earn this respect. We respect them and they grow fast because they have learned. They have learned to be able to live by some certain traits and to live by some certain examples. So we must imbibe, we must be able to develop these habits and these traits. See, This is the habit that successful people. When you see a man, when you see a man that is successful and his sons are successful also, what it means is that he has passed on certain things to them. What it means that he has passed on that trait. Making money is just the first part. Sustaining money is the main issue. And sustaining money comes with knowing the traits that make people successful. Okay, there are more than this, but time permits, does not permit for us to be able to do all that. But I think with this ones, these 11 points I've given to you, is more than enough for you to be able to begin to develop that successful trait. It's the traits, it's the things that you do consistently that gets you there. All right, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for tuning in every Monday. I hope I've been able to help you one way or the other. Okay, I will also ask that on Wednesday, I'm back up on Wednesday by 4 p.m. with What's on Your Mind with Uche Onochie. What's the point in that, or what do I want to achieve with that? Like now, I've talked about highly successful people, but we might not be able to take questions here. You might not be able to ask me questions. So, but on Wednesday, you can put the questions on the DP, or you just go in there and put it on my DM, and I will answer the questions on Wednesday by 4 p.m. So whatever aspect, it's not just in business, career or leadership, also life, in relationship, in marriage, in building relationship, both corporate and personal relationship, personal finance. People ask me questions in those. So on Wednesday, I look forward to seeing your questions. I will answer it. I'll come online and I will answer it. I will go live and I will answer it at 4 p.m. So even also if you have someone that has question in that, just share this with them and let them come on 4 p.m. on Wednesday. Okay, I have a group of mentees that I mentor. I'm committed to mentoring them to greatness. If you want to be part of it, I'll give you a link. It's called Linktree /Uche Onochie, but the Linktree is spelled LINKTR .EE /Uche Onochie. It's spelled link LINKTR .EE /Uche Onochie. That is the link. Just send it to someone that if they need a mentor, to mentor them into greatness. I speak to them, I give them tasks and things for them to do. Come January, we're going to begin to do more exciting things. So if you want to be part of it, fine, you can sign up. If you go to this link, sign up, and it will take you to a WhatsApp group where we'll talk and we'll take you from there. So have a good night. Have a good night and see you on Wednesday. I'm also back on Monday next week. So we will see, and I will share quite some interesting things with you. All right, take care, guys. Good night. Have a rest.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach.
And God bless. Thank you.
Thank you so much.